Hi everyone, good evening. Good to have you all. Hope you had a wonderful day. Welcome to today's class. Again, as always, kindly send me your, just drop an introduction of where you're joining us from, your name and where you're joining us from, so we get to know all about that, and we'll get started. So kindly just drop your name and where you're joining us from, so we get to know where you are joining us from. Okay. Once again, you are welcome. All right. Welcome, everyone. Good evening and good to have you all. Thank you for joining in. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good to have you. Okay. Good to have you, everyone. All right. So today we're going to be discussing um, a very important subject, which is customer experience. Um, we're going to look at why customer experience is critical for SMEs. Now, when you have a great customer experience, it usually turns customers into loyal people or advocates, right? Which is vastly more cost effective than you chasing new customers all the time. For example, Harvard Business Review study shows that when you chase new acquisition all the time, it costs 25 times more than the new customers that you retain and you are able to have to come back again. So we'll cover both business to consumer, you know, and also business to business context. We'll look at their needs and how they differ. But of course, all customers expect fast, personalized, um, good quality service. So we'll look at, tactics of fast response, personalization, rewards, and the tech tools, either CRMs, NPS tools, or automation tools that we can use to help customer experience and ultimately that can lead to retention, right? So these are the things we're going to cover today. We're looking at customer experience fundamentals, looking at B2B, how exceptional service and loyalty incentives drive retention. We'll look at um, we'll survey digital tools to track satisfaction, and also we'll now conclude with action steps along the way we'll use generally. So let's begin by definition. What is customer experience? Customer experience is, I would say, the sum of all interactions a customer has with your brand, the summation of all interaction, all of them that the customer has with your brand, every touch point, either digital, physical, you know, calls, your websites, the purchase they had, the support that they had, all of the touch points that customers have to interact with your product, with your brand, is generally what customer experience is, right? Now, Keeping customers is usually much cheaper and more profitable than finding new ones most times. Yes, it is. Some of us, the challenge that we have is that we are always chasing new customers. We are always chasing new customers. From one customer to another, one customer to another. We don't treat people right. People come, they go. In fact, one of your mantra is soldier come, soldier go, barrack remains, right? As I've said earlier on, studies have shown that a new customer is 5 to 25 times more expensive than retaining an existing one. A 5% lift in retention can boost profits 25 to 95%. So if you focus energy on maintaining your returning customers, your profit will increase because you are not spending much time in converting them again because they're already converted. At the end of the day, loyal customers spend more money over time and refer others, further over and over again because they love you, they are loyal to you, and the natural thing is to take people, along with them to come and patronize you. Now, let me clarify what B2B and B2C, generally is. You know, what are their differences and how, they relate to each other, right? Now, in business, B2C, of course, is business to customer. What that means is that you are a business owner that is serving directly customers, and then B2B means you are a business owner that is serving another business. Right? I'll give you an example. If I own a restaurant, I'm a business owner that is the consumers are coming directly to buy from me. But if I sell raw food, that restaurants, for instance, those that own restaurants come to buy from me, they are also business owners. I'm also a business owner. So that's B2B. So there's B2C, which is selling to consumers. There's B2B, which is selling to other businesses. They also need to go and either process to sell or sell directly to make profit. So in B2C, think retail or e-commerce, right? It's usually about smooth end-to-end journey, either website, chat, delivery. Really, what are those processes that lead to a smooth delivery of the product or services? Now, the basic thing you need to understand is that individuals want convenience. Individuals want personalization. Convenience, they don't want to do anything. They just want to ensure that they are able to have access to whatever it is that you have to offer conveniently. They want personalization. Personalization is not you forcing down their throat what you offer and you say one size fit all. It's the fact that how can you listen to me, understand my problem, my pain points, and customize solution to solve it. Not necessarily you just say, oh, this is what we have and this is how we offer it. If it works for you, fine. If it doesn't work for you, have a great day. Of course, there are products and services that has to be like that way, like especially things that are standardized across the board. For instance, there's no personalization with beverages that are sealed or canned. But sometimes you see one has more sugar, has one has less sugar, and all of those are still personalization in some way. They also look at emotional fits. What brands do they emotionally connect with? For example, right, 82% of consumers prefer brands whose values match their own. So you've got to be able to project your brand in a way that you sell your values, not just your product and services. What are your values? Right? So sometimes you need to have several channels sometimes, but sometimes you have only one channels. Now, over 50% of consumers use 3 to 5 channels, either web, mobile, email, social during a purchase. So a seamless, you know, web presence that is consistent, that has also consistent experience across channels, builds loyalty. Yes, it does. Consumer cares about value and simplicity. No need of complexity, have different colors here and there, confuse people. Can you please just show me what value you are selling to me as a consumer? Period. Now, in B2B, which is business to business, for instance, if you being a business person selling to another business person or a corporation, a company, you deal with teams, right? Not necessarily just individuals, teams. Like, for instance, the finance officer most times care more about return on investment. Not most times, that's why they are there. They care more about return on investment, right? IT cares about integration, seamless integration, automation, and all of that, right? While the users, of that cares about the features. Now, this means, that more touch points are needed or are involved in all of these things. So you have to look at how you can connect all of them, right? If you are coming to sell to me as a business owner, all I'm thinking of is return on investment. How can this directly affect my return on investment or indirectly affect my return on investment? Are you simplifying my processes? Are you simplifying my point and all of that? How does that work? And then there's a need for personalized service at each step of the way. For SMEs, you may do, both, either uh, you are talking to consumers or you are talking to company. SMEs fall in that category. So if you are talking to SMEs or you are dealing with SMEs, you may want to see how you can combine the way you treat both B2B and B2C and see how you can put them in the same bracket, right? On a scale of 1 to 5, how often do you gather feedback from your customers, right? I'd like you to drop that number on the chat, right? I would like to see generally how your interaction with customers are. So, on a scale of 1 to 5, how often do you gather feedback from your customers? So, just drop your response on the chat. Let me get to see them. Okay. How often do you get feedback from your customers? Okay. Okay, I can see Lucia say 4. Keep it coming. On a scale of 1 to 5, how often do you get, you know, feedback from customers? Do you really gather feedback from your customers? If the answer is yes, how often? If the answer is no, just give me a number, a scale of 1 to 5. Scale it from 1 to 5. How often do you do that? Okay, I am waiting for your responses. Adisa say 3, K say 4, Anita 5. Okay, 3 times in a week. I don't mean how many times in a week. I mean, rate yourself. Just for instance, we're talking about you scoring yourself, right? About let's say score yourself on how your behavior is. How often do you usually you get from your customers? How often? Okay, I can see 3, 2, 1, 4. Okay, nobody has one actually. Don't worry. Okay, Christiana has one. Okay, thank you for your sincerity, Christiana. Okay, so um, okay, we have 3, we have 2, we have 1. It's okay. Um, Customer experience, right, that is around B2B is usually less emotional and more rational, right? It it focuses on reliability, return on investment. Now, business to customer experience can usually leverage branding and ease of use. Now, in both worlds, um, tracking customer feedback either through surveys and analyzing data will usually help you to look at how your strategies can become better most of the time. Right? So it's important for you to look at how you can collect feedback and see how you can analyze them to draw insight. Now, retention versus acquisition. Um, it usually costs far less to keep a customer than with a new one, based on the research that we discussed by Harvard, right? Of course, I said earlier on that it usually costs 5 times, you know, it's usually cheaper. But it costs 5 to 5 times more to get new customers than to retain the old customers. So marketers, of course, have found is that loyal customers have higher lifetime value because they buy again, they spend more over time, and they refer, which means that it's going to provide without spending more on it. Now, even simple retention can pay off big. Referral loyalty and all that. So please do not play with your old customers. Another question: what percentage of revenue currently comes from repeat customers? Now, I know it will be difficult for you to answer this question uh, straightforwardly because you start asking, do I even really keep data? Do I have any metrics that really show that I know the percentage of customers that are returning customers that really add you know revenue to my business? So that's another question you may want to ask yourself. But one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to uh, play or joke with the amount of customers that you have that are returning. You've got to nurture them, you've got to take them serious, and you've got to see how they can keep coming back. So let's look at how you can keep them, how you can retain your customers, right? How do you ensure that you retain your customers? Now, notice how improving, service can have, in the retention of old customers, right? For them to keep coming back again and coming back again. Because see, customers that are happy usually need less convincing on each sale, and it often spread, the word across others. So, um, one of the mantra I would love you to leave here with is invest in existing customers first. I would like to type that on the chat. Invest in existing customers first. Invest in existing customers first. Type that on the chat. Let me see and ensure that you get that. The mantra for today is invest in existing customers first. Just type that. Now, invest in existing customers first. Don't forget that. Before you start looking for new customers, understand that you already have some customers that you need to know and invest. Yes. Really need to look at that. Okay. Um, Let me look at how to nurture these customers. Invest in them. Let me invest in the relationship. Let me build it. Let me improve it. Let me nurture it over and over and over again. Yes. Now, let's discuss strategies for doing um, the retention of customers. It's important that you are friendly and you are fast. Let me repeat that again. It's important that you are friendly and you are fast. You can't just, I decided to take a professional certification recently, and the people reach out to me when I fill the form or reach out that I wanted to. That's last year actually. You will, if you are not careful, you will think that um, the way they are, the way how friendly they were, you actually think that they are, what word should I use now? They are probably seducing you. Yes, I don't mean in a wrong way, but the way they laugh, they joke, they are so open, they are so friendly, they care about you, they ask you questions, and they are fast. They are sending a message, they are replying, they are, all of those things shows that these people are effective. In reality, it's good for you to set target. For instance, in answering emails, what duration do you respond to emails? Is it 24 hours? Do you have a chatbot for quick, frequently asked questions so people can get whatever they want? In B2B, for instance, you got to follow up promptly after meetings. Train your team as much as you can to empathize with them. Even a minor inconvenience can really become an excuse to switch brands if you don't really handle them professionally or you handle them poorly. So all of the excuses that you have, congratulations is good, but you missed out. You missed out. For instance, if a customer complains about delivery, apologize sincerely and offer a small discount, right? Or a faster ship option. And all of that. Don't come and say, madam, wetin I go do? No, na me be the shipping company. My own na to send. I don't send them. So no, you don't do that. You are not a tout. You are a business person, right? So ensure that you treat people well and you treat people as much as possible with respect, right? Think of a company that gave you outstanding service. What did they do, right? I want you to think, is there any company that gave you outstanding service that you loved, and you will always want to go back, go back, and go back? That you know that you really love, that you felt that, oh, this is fantastic. I would either love to copy them or I would love to go back again and again and again, right? Now, what did they do right? The key is usually that they, they make every customer feel heard and value, which is directly going to boost retention, right? It's important that you also reward loyalty to encourage business and referral. Yes. For instance, for digital, use a software like smile.io, or you can use Yotpo to automate point tracking and also emails. I think I also came across one yesterday I was reviewing, though I'm not done reviewing that, but let me look at it and see if I can. I think go high level, go high level. That's it. If you have a referral program, for instance, promote it in your newsletter so people know, right? Tailor offers based on behavior. Don't just lump everybody in the same place and then just assume that they will just buy. Now, um, if you are small, even platform like MailChimp for emails, with Google Forms, for instance, that is for feedback, and just simple customer relation management platform like HubSpot, of course, there's a free version of it, can really cover the basics that you need, right? But if you have some funds, I beg you, if you have some funds, subscribe for advance. I assure you that you think you are saving money all of those mycin and free version. I assure you, you are not. You are not. You are pennywise pound foolish, right? You are not. If you are able to afford and set up some of these things in a paid fashion, train your staffs on how to use the tools. A CRM is only useful if your customer reps keep customers records updated. So do not joke with that. Now we're going to close soon, but to close, it's important to remember that customer service retention, it's something that you need to keep doing over and over again. Make small improvement consistently, right? Every satisfied customer that you have or that you save, you're going to definitely multiply return on investment. Yes, right. So customer experience and retention strategy require, understanding your customers, giving fast personal service. It also involve rewarding loyalty and also using digital tools to scale. So it's important that you build strong and more profitable SMEs. Therefore, do not play with any of your customers. Most times, the reason your business is not growing is because you have been rude to a whole lot of people. You don't care, you don't treat people right. Your mantra is if I miss this one, the next one will come. If I miss this one, the next one will come. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that way. Okay. So to see that you treat people right and to you are able to retain them as much as you can. Yes. So from next week, we will also be featuring exceptional businesses that are presently, of course, on this call or have been consistent on this call. We'll be featuring you, X-raying some of the things that you do. Please, earlier on, from beginning of the program, I spoke about businesses that are scalable. Please go back and watch that video. Um, the, the worst thing you can do to yourself is to lie to yourself, right? The aim of this program is to help businesses to scale. And if your business is not scalable, I don't actually know what we need to do again. You can't say you're into POS and you say your business is scalable. No, it's not scalable, not in the context of what our goal is. You can't say you have a cafe and that's scalable business in 2026. No, it's not scalable. I don't understand. What is a cafe for? Except if you do, I don't know. Do you do large printing? I don't know what you do, but you don't just have cafe and say you have scalable business. So we are looking for how we can build smart, scalable businesses that can solve global issues or global problems. Please, that's very, very important. Okay, so let's look at how we can scale smarter and build things that last. Okay, so I will wait to see if you have any question, and from there we can call it a day. Yes. Do you have any question? If you have any question, I'll be glad to respond to you. If you don't have any question, we can call it a day. Okay. Do we have any question? If you don't have a question, kindly drop what your key takeaways are. What are your key takeaways following this session right now that is ongoing? What are your key takeaways? What are you doing this session right now? Knowing that, hey, these are the things that I'll be leaving this session with, and these are the things that I'm taking away from this session. Okay, so what are your key takeaways from this session? Okay. Your key takeaways. Question, please go ahead. Um, Elvis, okay, food lane. I mentioned some CRM tools in the last class. Please go back to the last class. It's on the Facebook. Watch that again and listen to it. You will see all the CRM tools that I mentioned. I tried to mention them. I think go back to the class and look at the CRM tools that I mentioned. My key takeaway is having good customer relation. My key takeaway is invest in existing customers. I learned that I should invest in existing customers first. For me, agribusiness. Okay, customer feedback drives attention. Highly encouraged. For me, business. Thank you. Customers are key. Treat them right. My key takeaway is ways to retain existing customers. All right. So that's amazing, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate. I hope you got value for what we've done here today. Um, One thing you need to do is treat customers right, right? Not in any way look down on customers. Do not in any way look at people transactionally that you just um, use and dump and all of that, because your wealth is in treating your customers right and ensuring that they come back. Okay. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this time with you. Do have a great night rest. Cheers,